Charlotte Hornets.
Bus, yeah. Jordan Bill is in.
You know, when they drafted him, they bought the draft pick for him. They said he's the next Draymond Green. So he's not going to let us down even at the parade. His first one. I wouldn't underestimate Draymond, but he gets a little closer. There's Del Curry. Aisha's wearing the Charlotte where she and Steph met at Davidson College. And Del wearing the Charlotte Hornets shorts. Is there E40?
Earl.
Wearing the Kevin Durant.
Earl Stevens is in the house.
Unbelievable. I thought he'd be wearing a Harrison Barnes jersey. He must have been 40.
That makes sense, wouldn't it?
He's no longer here. KD. And I think Coletta was around the Steph Curry bus. We haven't heard much from Patrick McCaw today, Coletta. Are you with McCaw?
We saw you in the locker room. You were getting emotional there. Can you talk about maybe what was going through your mind, just reflecting on the season you've had?
Yeah, it was just a surreal moment. You know, it's like I was living a dream to win another championship around almost the same time as last year. To be on such a great team, great organization. Through all the adversity I had to face this season from injuries, it's been tough, man. I just kept my faith, continued to work hard, and knew I would never give up. So I thank God each and every day I wake up, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
Yeah, that was a scary moment. I was going to tell you, we were praying for you. The whole studio was praying for you. And somehow you fought through. Your family was there for you. Your coach was there for you. Your teammates. What did that feel like to get that kind of love and support and to help you work your way back there?
Oh, man, it's amazing just to know I have that type of support system from my coaches to my teammates, and to especially, my dad and my mom. It's unbelievable to be able to reach out to people, to be able to express your emotions and your feelings without feeling like you have to hold things back. So it was great.
Are you going to allow yourself to enjoy this, man? Like, the fans going crazy, everybody loving you. Championship, this is your second one back-to-back here. You got to enjoy it some, right? You got to do it. You got to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. I got to enjoy this one. 2 in a row, man. Not too many people in their career have done this, so to be a part of this is surreal.
Hey, congratulations, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Good to see you, man. All right, brother.
Yeah, Colin, I would assume that's his father, who he had his arm draped around. And when Patrick McCaw took that fall March 31st in Sacramento, he suffered a lumbar spine contusion. And for several days, he could hardly move at all.
Right.
His mom and dad moved into his Oakland apartment, his girlfriend. I mean, they were the ones that really got him through there. The love and support of his mom and dad. When he really, it was amazing just to see him back playing in the playoffs at all. We were surprised that night when he was activated and he wound up playing.
It happened very strangely because, I would say maybe 2 weeks earlier, he was walking gingerly. He didn't look like he was ready to run, and they had given an update 3 weeks before that saying that he would be reevaluated in 4 weeks. And a week before that time was supposed to hit, he was activated and able to play. I was stunned. But that again, the Warriors have a terrific training staff. Chelsea and her crew, they do a wonderful job. And I know Pat was there enough to where he was getting steady treatment, steady rehab stuff, and it's just, again, he was able to heal, and he wanted to play, and he got it done. So, really, for him, it was a tremendous moment just to be back on the court.
Well, it's great to see him out there, and out of all the young guys, I'm really inquisitive about the jump he's going to make this next year. Because again, like Bell, with the injury, it kind of slowed down his growth. But we know he's a heck of an athlete who can really defend. And I'm looking for him to become more confident offensively, especially shooting open mid-range shots.
Are the Warriors going to be able to keep Patrick McCaw? He is a restricted free agent. They can match. They think they'll find a way to keep him?
It depends on what comes his way. I know they want him back. They talk about, Steve Kerr talks about all the time about how they had 15 centers or 20 centers, and they relied on wings. and they like Pat a lot. He's been with them a couple years now, so they would like to have him come back. I believe he wants to come back. I mean, Kevon Looney, I know wants to come back. Pat, I believe, wants to come back.
Nick Young has gotten rid of the bathroom.
Yeah, but what the
Now
hell
it's
about
Jordan
now?
JaVale McGee, and Swaggy.
Curtis Mothers.
And going back to McCall, because I think he was down when he was talking to Kevon. It's hard for him to embrace this because he didn't play.
Right.
But go back to last year. Game 5, the closeout game against the Cavaliers. Remember, he airballed a couple early, and Steve Kerr actually busted him out of the parade. He shot 2 bad ones there. He wound up safe, scoring the ball that night, defending. I mean, he looked like a guy who was going to be a regular part of your rotation moving forward. And here's, just for some reason this year, the word I would use is sheepish. He did not have confidence in his offensive game as much. And I thought after the way he closed last year, that would carry over to this year, but it just did not.
Yeah, I thought early on he didn't shoot well, and it affected him. You know, and I think he had a hard time getting his confidence. Yeah, his confidence didn't really come back fully. I don't think the entire season. He had some good moments, but I think for him, it's really important for him. His best moments, I thought, were when they said, when he started, just go play. Just go play. Don't be a point guard. Don't be a shooting guard. Just go play. Defend and let the offense come to you. And that, for a lot of guys, young guys, if they focus on defense, let the offense come, they end up actually being able to contribute in that way.
You don't, the fan probably doesn't understand the unique position he's in being on this fabulous team. He's being mentored by some phenomenal people, players, coaches. And now he's got to put in the work and build that confidence back up, because there's an athlete there that definitely can be a 3rd or 4th guard in this league. It's a matter of a confidence level, as Monty's talking about. And he can do it. His stroke is not like it's broke.
No.
It's just a matter of confidence.
He also needs to be a little stronger. I mean,
that's a
he's
good point.
a thin kid. He's a thin kid. And, you know, he's never going to be 220 pounds. But he is 6'7".
Look at the size of the shoulders on Kevon Looney.
Oh.
Compared to Draymond.
His wingspan is like 7. His wingspan is like 74.
Wow.
And because of that, he can gain a lot of weight in the upper body.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, Sammy. He proved that he could guard guards in the Houston series, but he's got to get physically stronger in his upper body when he goes up against people like Tristan Thompson.
You got to understand, he's not a leaper, so he's got to be a position rebounder.
Right.
I'm going to go back to another Oakland guy, Paul Silas.
Oh, my, yeah, it's going back.
Now, he could not jump. He's one of the greatest rebounders we've ever had in the league. And you talk about toughness.
Oh.
Now, Kevon Looney, I'm looking for hops. That's what I want.
All right, I hate to interrupt, but this could be fun. Leonard Azubuike with Swaggy.
Oh, boy.
Wait, so Swaggy P is no more? It's Swag Champ now?
Yeah, Swag Champ. You know, we dropped the P after game 4. Yeah, you know, this is my first champ, JaVale.
What are the characteristics of a Swag Champ? What should we expect?
I mean, I'm at the ultimate level. I'm at the top. It's nothing higher than Swag Champ, and that's me. You know, JaVale could come up with his own name. That Pierre. Yeah, 2 times. You know who it is. Yeah, 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. Ivan's bust in the building.
Do you plan on putting a shirt on?
All-Star 18 is shirtless. You know, yeah. Run the ball to the top. That's where he at, baby. I'm hating.
JaVale, you think when you came here in 2016 it would be this good?
Man, I had no idea, man. But, man, this team is amazing. The passion, everybody, the way everybody plays, the fans. It's amazing, man.
Do you ever allow yourself to go back and reflect on your career, how you got it? Because a lot of people don't remember. You had to make the team in 2016. You had injuries before that. You fought your way through that. How did you get through all that and persevere? That's your story. Persevere.
It's mentality, man. You gotta have the mentality that you're a winner and you gotta work hard. You can't give up on yourself, man. Just join and win the organization. And just help with that. And I love winning the champ with my man. Look, he hated us. Yeah.
How have you kept a good attitude throughout the class? Because we were talking about this when you were playing, you were cheering for your teammates. You were up on the bench.
give you the best way possible. The first time around, I'll try to give it to all.
Talk about these fans, man. Dub Nation, you've embraced everything about the Bay, and they've embraced you back. Why do you think that is? Why are you such a fan favorite?
It's amazing, man. These guys are the best fan base I've ever been around, and these guys are just so passionate about their team. And it's just a beautiful thing, and I love every single one of them.
Swaggy,
Is there anything beyond it? That's me?
so recapping, Swaggy P is Swag Champ is his new name, and he is lit. We're trying to figure that out. We weren't sure.
Swag
Get
Champ
lit.
gonna be on June 23rd
Yeah.
at the Jug Life softball game. JugLifeWater.com. Make sure y'all check that out. Come out to the softball game. Most everybody gonna be there. It's gonna be great. Lots of fans, lots of celebrities. It's amazing.
Way to get that.
Most haters down LA and get everything. All the merch. It's selling out.
Are these the shorts right here?
Most hated championship shorts, baby. That's how we do it. We jiggy.
Okay, this bus wins as the most lit bus. Signing off.
His story's not lit.
Lit.
He's lit.
Lit.
I just think he needs
Coach
to-
needs to take a hit here.
You know what's interesting is Steve Kerr and Bob Myers accept players for who they are. Where JaVale or Nick Young would come into a lot of teams, a lot of locker rooms, and you can't act like this here. This is the way we do things here. But the Warriors let them be who they are, and they got them to play winning basketball here, maybe for the first time in their career.
They let everybody be who they are, you know, and that's David West talks about this all the time. He said, this is just not normal. He says, in the NBA, what we do here, the way that we do things here is not normal. He said, and it's in a good way. It took him a while to get used to it.
It's the new normal. The Warriors are the best team in the NBA. And the LA Lakers are not very good. I know Fabby Davis Jr. loves that. Let's head back out and check in with Laura, Britt, and Fab. You guys have lost the limit, I know.
On this side, right here on this side. No shirt yet. You feel me? It's my homegirl L. We got Swaggy.
I don't see how to do it too. Oh, you got that block?
We got Swaggy in the building. We got you, Bill. Hey, they asked me before the broadcast started, they said, whose bus is going to be the latest? And I said, whoever Swaggy's on the bus with, that's going to be the latest bus. My boy Billy Mo and Swaggy and DJ. Come on, man. For sure. How does it feel?
No.
Oh, it feels great. Oh, man. Swag Champ over here with DJ. Here 2 times. Yeah. DJ 2 times. Billy been here 2 times. And I'm a champ. And I feel good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see you got your rollie in the air. Right, your rollie to the side.
Got to.
How you feeling?
Feeling amazing,
How you
man.
feeling?
You already know, man.
That's too
The
early.
love is crazy,
Too early.
man. From now on, I'm here 2 times. That's the
Here.
goal. Here 2 times. You already know.
DJ, you got it 2 times. How you feeling? Great, man. Hey! Man, it's been Swag Champ. Oh, yeah. Is that the Swag bus? Oh, man. He's lit. Swag bus left us. We lit. It's still we lit. We lit.
So everyone was asking, who's going to be the MVP of the parade? Are you confident? You are the MVP. Your bus, JaVale.
I'm definitely, our bus is definitely the latest out of everybody.
People's champ, baby. The people's champ. Sure. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, let's
Swag, I love you guys,
get
man.
back to it.
Appreciate it.
Softball tournament coming.
June 23rd, man. Be there. Be there or be square. June 23rd, softball at the Oakland Coliseum. See y'all there.
It's a movie.
All right, Papa.
It's always a movie.
Incredible. They are living it up.
It's a movie
Back
always.
to you. I have no more to say.
Does he sleep so well? We haven't even gotten to Draymond Green yet.
Oh, boy.
Don't forget the lecture.
Excuse me.
Don't forget. Young is having the time. He came here. He got $5.2 million. That's one of the reasons he came here. But he came here to win a championship.
Yeah.
And they can say a lot of things about Nick Young in his career, but he is an NBA champion.
I think he might be moving better now than he did on defense.
Maybe they should have got him in 4 games.
In the postseason, he became a defensive specialist in the postseason.
Shut down James Harden.
It's an amazing run. Nick had he had a tremendous time with this team.
How did they make it work? Because so many nights, Saley and me and Kalina were here, and that's it for Nick. He's not playing anymore. And then he gets his chance. He does his thing. They did get him to try to defend and actually played off-ball defense. We saw him on the ball with Harden and Rondo and a few. And he also played off the ball better. How did they get him to focus a little bit on that end of the floor? Because we know he can score on the other end.
I'll give you one name. Draymond. Draymond got in his ear. And Draymond was one of the guys who advocated bringing him here. And so Draymond felt a little personal responsibility there. And I think he just basically grabbed Nick by the collar one day and said, okay, it's time. You know, no more messing around. You got to give us whatever you have. You got to bring it to every game. And I think we saw that Nick studied better. He wasn't always the last guy to show up for practicing, the first guy out. You know, he kind of got into it. And look at him now.
Holy moly.
Kobe at the back of the bench.
Holy cow.
He's having fun.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
He's having fun.
Enjoy it, Nick.
Wow. Incredible. I heard they're not going to Vegas this year.
No.
What are they going to do? It's KD.
They had a party last
Where's he?
nights ago.
Somewhere in there. There he is. So no big team functions?
No, not that based on what I've been hearing, they may decide this from later, but I think at this point they're just gonna they've had a couple functions already and then enjoy it that way.
Damian Jones.
Good.
Why not? Get in there,
Interesting
Damian.
players, say we were talking about Jordan Bell being a 24, 25 minute of the night guy. I mean, Damian Jones has Jordan Bell athleticism, but he's big.
Yeah.
He's a 7-footer.
Those two guys, I think, are the guys they like to have most of the minutes at center.
How about playing them together? You play Bell at 4, Damian Jones at 5, and you're big and you're still
No,
fast.
but then you don't have you want shooters out there.
Yeah.
Jones has a big upside.
Yes.
Now, he's a very intelligent young man. I want to see his motor rev like Bell's.
Yeah.
Suck hard.
That happens,
Breathe.
then he becomes special.
Breathe.
The last game I studied him pregame, watched him shoot the basketball from range.
Yeah.
His mechanics are okay. He's got a bright upside.
Yeah.
He's on to 3 well this year at Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
There he is, the finals most valuable player.
One, two,
Man, that dude does stuff on the court.
There you go.
Nobody's ever done.
I mean, he's 7 feet basically, and he handles like a guard. He can shoot from wherever, all 3 levels. The defensive side of Kevin Durant, Nick is taking over. This is the Nick Young takeover.
It is.
That's what this is, man. It's like all you guys can have your Steph Currys and Kevin Durant. Y'all have a good time, but watch me. There's a reason why my nickname used to be Swaggy P, and now I'm Swaggy Champ.
Swaggy Champ. There was a time he didn't want to be called Swaggy P. He was Uncle P for a little while in L.A.
Yeah.
Rick Walton was instrumental in vouching for him to bring him here. There were some rocky moments.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
But he did what he had to do.
He's a good guy. I mean,
But assuming he moves on in the offseason, that's that mid-level exception we're talking about, which is what, $5.2 million?
Yeah. Between 5'2", 5'3".
He'd be a decent player.
He and JaVale played in Washington together for the Wizards.
That's why there's
And one of my old pals, Eddie Jordan, was the coach. 2 other former Warriors were there. Antoine Jameson and a man named Gilbert. And
Agent
The
Zero.
stories about that team are legendary in the NBA.
Imagine.
Speaking of legendary, we're going to head back out. Fabi, Laura, and Kalena apparently have a special guest.
Yo, listen, man, I had to flag down, and I know this is a Warriors parade, but listen, man, I had to get the biggest guy. This is People's Choice Award. You know what I'm talking about? This is my guy, my baby brother, G-Eazy, man. What's going on, baby?
Man, it's the best day of the year. You feel me? It's an annual celebration. This is the town on top, man. It's a dynasty. Let's go.
That's it's official dynasty, right?
It's full-blown official dynasty. You feel me? We're in the company of the Lakers, the Celtics, you know, the Bulls. Warriors, man, Warriors.
I heard you're only in town for the night, man. What's going on?
Man, I couldn't miss a parade, man. I couldn't miss this for the world.
World tour and G.
Right here
Yeah,
in
what
town, man.
you got going this summer? It's World Tour.
Summer, I'm doing a little shindig, a little tour. You know,
Nothing is little with you.
you know.
It's always sold out. It's nothing
It's
little.
Lil Uzi, it's Ty Dolla $ign.
That's
man,
not
everybody
little.
in the mirror, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a motion picture.
My baby brother G-Eazy, man, real Warriors fan, real support. I love you, and nothing but the best to you. Continued success.
From the mayor himself.
Papa,
Yes, sir.
obviously it's about the culture, the fans, the artists. These people are loving it. Happy to have people like Cheese stop by and see us. We'll get it back to you in the studio.
Did you-
Politicking about a song, my bad.
Our bad.
You guys done? Keep going. I can't turn the mic down. We got generations of Bay Area rap royalty, starting with MC Hammer, Fabi Davis Jr., E40, and now the next generation of G-Eazy.
Yeah.
He's got a little size. He can play a little shooting guard for you, G-Eazy.
You look a little bit like Clay in that picture.
Yeah, he grew up in Berkeley and then moved to Oakland, but kept going to school in Berkeley until he finished high school. You know, so he's an international rap star now.
He is?
Yes, he is.
These things happen.
I'll play him in my car on the way home.
There's E40.
Yes.
The Big E.
Look at this. Look at this.
He's going up to visit with Fabi, Kalena, and Laura. All the great rappers want to visit with Fabi.
Fabulous. It's the water, man. Talk to him, man.
I'll give you that.
Did you
How
ever?
you feeling?
I'm feeling good. This is something different, man. This ain't nothing you can just get used to. Yeah.
Did you ever feel like you would be like this 10 years ago when you're watching this team play?
Eventually, one day, something gonna come back around, and this is the right time. We here now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Hey.
it's interesting, man.
They see you courtside, front row 40, all year. How does it feel, man, to be on the winning side of things? To finally get this recognition. For several years, you used to tell me we felt like we was from the most underrated area in the world, but now it seems like people are trying to say that we overrated. Everybody's talking about us. How does it feel?
From the music scene to the, to Silicon Valley to sports in the Bay Area, we just
The
started
brand
in
new,
there, man.
Black-owned tequila owner, maybe the only one in America.
King E40.
You feel me?
Yeah, real life, And this is a great feeling. There's so many good people out here, man. I mean, everybody's in great spirits, and that's the beautiful thing about it. It's electrifying in here, man. The great weather and the love. What's up with it?
Cody Water, yo, play a partner.
What's your
Dynasty.
favorite part of today?
My favorite part of today is taking somebody's cell phone. They say, boy, you take my cell phone and go ahead and put me on the ground. Just push the button. I had everybody in the background. It was Juice. I just took over his whole little Instagram, story. You feel me?
Being among the people.
Among the people, man, it's good to shake hands, kiss babies, you know what I'm saying? Just be genuine, keep a level head. I ain't never been a cocky person. This is real touching to me, you know what I'm saying? Because there's just so much love.
What makes the Bay Area to you so unique? The genuine people who love having a good time, but the hospitality is great. What's
Diversity.
unique about the Bay Area to you?
Creatives, we creatives.
Yeah.
Lots of talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not like everyone else. We're not like everyone else. We got our own thing.
Yo, can everybody say Warrior?
There we go.
Yep.
We got it going out here, Papa. This is incredible.
It's lit. E40 Water. You know what I'm talking about?
Dynasty.
One of my mentors, man, a person who didn't lace my boots for several years. Right now, live and direct. It's too lit, Pop. I wish you was here.
Make sure y'all head over to the dope area. That's Mr.
Come on,
Dope
man.
Era.
Up to the dope
We
area
took
store.
the footage right in front of his store with hella people yelling and
showing support, bro. Congratulations to you.
Come on, man. It don't stop, man. Brand new E40 liquor, man. Y'all make sure y'all go get the new tequila. The only black-owned tequila owner. Liquor business popping. E40 water, man.
E40 and be legit, connecting and respecting
A
this
pioneer icon.
Pop, they're calling
And we
for
got a
you.
new movie out. What's our new movie?
The movie is called Don't Get Caught. It's me, be legit, D-Shot, all of us, bro. D-Shot directed it. You know what I'm saying? He put his all in it. I backed it. You know what I'm saying? We all acting in it and showing love. Man,
You feel me?
Plug Game is on $1 billion. Oh my goodness.
Where's that wine at?
Man, I love you, baby.
That's what
Where's
it's called.
Steven's
Hashtag
wine?
plug game.
Oh, got to.
Hey, Pop, the plug game's over out here. The plug game's over.
All right, bro. Appreciate it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Hey, we feel ya. The great E40. You need a little 40 water in studio, a little slur can there they were talking about. He's got a brand new tequila that is available to you. We didn't do our Bay Area rap roundtable this year. Too short. I don't know if he's there today. We were actually planning on doing it for Game 5, except there wasn't a Game 5.
Bad plan.
So that would have been last night. So it's better. We missed that, but we got him with Fabby and Kevin Durant's attending a championship parade for a second time. KD's kind of on the down low today. I think he's soaking it all in after last year. He won his first championship and his first finals MVP.
Wow.
Maybe there's more than one MVP again. Again, it's different than the area around Lake Merritt because that was such a huge expanse for people to congregate. And right through the heart of Oakland, California. Quinn Cook played most of the year for the Santa Cruz Warriors.
Uh-oh.
Jordan Bell is back. Don't give that MVP the parade to swaggy champ just yet.
He's been sleeping with those goggles on.
I think he was searching for more Henny.
Uh-oh.
We got to keep Jordan Bell away from E. We don't want Jordan feeling E. Steph's just been carrying the load. The Warriors won their first championship in 2015 with this group. Steph slept with the Lawrence O'Brien Trophy on the airplane back. Here are the people on the terraces. I think any work is getting done today in Oakland, California.
The goal of the day is to consume as much marijuana and THC as you can.
Andre Iguodala. Let's see, Sunday.
One of the medibles, but trying to eat some smoke here.
Kalena with Andre Iguodala. Let's find out what he's eating. Kalena.
What you got? What you some food?
The barbecue, man, it's beautiful. I don't know who made it, but it's beautiful. It's right over here, whoever that is, on this side of the street. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
you got some ribs?
Hey, what sticks out about this season for you? Obviously, it seemed like it was more of a struggle. It's a little more satisfying. And what sticks out to you about the season?
The struggle's better. You know, I always tell the guys.
Take a hit of that before you get them ribs, man. The ribs are pretty good, you know what I'm saying?
You know, you got to go through it in order to win, and if you don't, it doesn't feel as good.
What's it been like mentoring these young guys for you? Obviously, you seem to love giving your knowledge to the younger guys. It seems to be something you enjoy.
They hard-headed. It's crazy. But they put the work in and listen, so they deserve it. They all don't put in work. That's one thing you can't take away from them. When you put that work in, and then you achieve something, that makes it that much better.
Have you eaten today? I haven't. Have you eaten since you played in Cleveland? I don't think so. I've been too busy celebrating, man. Being with my family, enjoying this time with my family. I haven't seen my family for a while. I bought all these plane tickets up here just so they can enjoy this moment with me. I wouldn't be here without him. So you're feeling good. How do you guys let him get away with not eating during games or on game days?
I didn't know he wasn't eating. It's the craziest thing.
I just told him not to swallow.
So what are our
Just
plans
made
for
him
the
not
summer?
swallow.
Figure out how to eat and then play.
Foods only.
Andre's arguably as good as him.
Liquids only.
He's just a monster. Hey, I be bugging the heck out of him before a game. Like, how you guard LeBron? How you guard James? What have you learned? Walk with us.
Hey, lots of ice cream.
Well, Andre gives some of the barbecue to Jordan Bell.
They get the room.
And get him, oh, they're sweeping.
Yeah, but they forgot the sauce. They forgot the extra sauce. Forgot the secret sauce.
He needs a little barbecue to soak it up. He does not eat on game days, what he told us Friday night. Got 34-year-old Andre Iguodala with Jordan Bell, the rookie. Got to cool him off a little bit today. Andre going back up on his bus with his barbecue.
Somebody just showered him.
They dumped the water bottle on him.
I don't know if it was water.
That was a water bottle. There we go again. They're cooling off. They're getting him a shower. Look at this. Look at
Oh
this.
my God.
This is fabulous. Interactive is the word they wanted. This is the most interactive championship parade I've ever seen. Look at this. And how much better is this than going around Lake Merritt and hearing speeches for an hour? Yeah, you're not, either you're gonna pick, do I go on the parade route or do I go to Lake Merritt? Because I can't be at both. So they made the fun part the parade route. And these guys are having way more fun. This is the kind of time they would have right after the speeches. They're having down.
Monty, has Draymond even left the practice facility yet?
They're there. Did he get his flaming hot Cheetos yet? Somebody feed Jordan Bell. That's all I want.
I don't know, corporate.
I think Jordan Bell's blocking traffic. Andre's eating his barbecue.
Now he's back in with his son now. He's like chilling.
Jordan Bell.
Bottles are down.
You know what, though? It's great to have a time like this. I mean, Jordan went through a few things this year. I mean, he was so good early, and it kind of went to his head a little bit. Yeah. And then he got hurt. And during the time he was hurt, he kind of had to come back to earth. And he wasn't really working as hard as he should have. And until that night after the Indiana game, when Steve Kerr ripped the team. And on the flight home, Kevin Durant sat right next to him on the flight and gave him basically the advice he needed to hear.
And that was late in the year.
Yes.
That was the final
Oh,
Thursday.
we got a joint for you.
It was April 5th, I think it was.
The season,
joint.
the playoffs started a week from that
Yes.
Whatever you prefer.
2 days, a
And
week and 2
Kevin
days later.
basically sat down and said, look, for one thing, when you hear the term optional practice,
That's
it
for me.
doesn't mean
Not
you.
for you.
It doesn't mean you.
Or depends.
And so I think he just needed to be
Or the rate.
he had to have his priorities reset.
Or the
He had to have an attitude adjustment, as they say. And he lost some. The guys were kind of looking at him like, dude, who do you think you are? And within about 3 or 4 weeks after that, he kind of got it. And in the postseason, you saw him kind of get a little more playing time, because he had regained the trust, and he had lost it for a while.
But Monty, I'm smiling at you because a coach could say that, but that's not going to have the impact. It's that veteran star player on the team caring about you, wanting you to be part of this journey.
Yes.
And here comes a man taking the journey now.
Well, and it was Draymond. When the Warriors bought the draft pick to get Jordan Bell from the Bulls, they compared him to Draymond. And Draymond took him under his wing. I don't go to the more fascinating stories of the finals. Go back to last summer. They're all playing at UCLA.
Yeah.
And Draymond told Jordan Bell, LeBron James was there. You guard him. And James didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
But he was getting Jordan Bell ready to play in the NBA Finals less than a year later.
Jordan described that to me as his first welcome to the NBA moment. He said, I guarded LeBron in Summer League. He said, that was my welcome to the NBA. It wasn't even an NBA game yet. That's when I realized, uh-oh.
Here's Sonia. We wonder where Mrs. Curry is. She's there today. His stepsister over there, right?
It looks like her.
She's getting married this year,
Yes.
right?
Oh, nice.
They got a lot going on. Steph's going to be a dad for a 3rd time, and his baby sister's going to get married. Does he put down the trophy except to run?
Not much. Yeah,
the Larry.
he's in love with the
Nobody
trophy.
gets to touch the Larry.
He's in love with the Larry.
Kind of like Bruce Bowen.
Ladies first. Ladies first. Ladies deserve their dads. They're long rich. Ladies first. That is if as long as they're clear.
It's not like the Stanley Cup, is it, Lee?
All are clear.
Take it home.
No. The Cup goes. I don't think. Not like the Stanley though. Stanley goes everywhere.
Everywhere.
Guys can take this one. But I don't know if everybody gets it though. Like the Stanley Cup goes everywhere with
They're giving a lot of people.
I think it's going to Saginaw, though, isn't it? I think it's going back home with him.
Draymond's getting ready now. Yeah, here we go.
Has Draymond gotten off the bus yet?
I don't think he has.
I don't think he has. He was the guy.
He's got a little DJ down there, up there with him, so he probably doesn't want to get too far from DJ.
Draymond's the very last bus. As we told you at the beginning, that was bus number 93.
93.
93 of 98 schedule. The last one's a tow truck. Come on, Looney's on that bus. We thought our coverage would go to 1:30. I think we're going to overtime, boys.
Yeah, I think we're going to be around for a minute.
Getting awful hungry.
The Warriors are good in overtime, though.
They are.
Game one, that's kind of where the series flipped when they got to OT. Now, we started at breakfast time, and now it's
getting to be happy hour.
On brunch. It's been happy hour for Jordan Bell and Nick Young.
Oh, boy. JaVale McGee, they're having a good time.
Jordan had that handy for the breakfast. He hasn't eaten today.
Doesn't get to you if you don't eat. Come on now, Jordan. You
Billy.
Why can you be built like that?
I know.
You know,
Secret formulas. Secret schedule.
It might snow tonight.
I think he might at some point, but
I would be amazed.
I think the Draymond of now is the Draymond of 3 years ago.
Oh, well,
a little more subdued. He's been that way all year. He's been that way all year. Oh yeah, he's been that way all year though. He'll say it.
There's the young Draymond. Jordan Bell.
Draymond's probably coached him on this.
Defensive slide sample.
Very good.
Still in his offseason.
Look at he's got the knees bent, hips are bent.
I don't know who's doing this more. I don't know who's doing this more, him or the fans. It's hard to say.
You know this, he doesn't have to work out today.
Look at the fans. The interaction is just priceless.
They nice, so these young kids won't ever forget this.
This was he got to throw a basketball. Here we go.
He doesn't dribble that well, Monty.
That's a little small basketball. The 2-ball drill's a little hard to do. It's tough to dribble when you have had a couple sips.
I want to see Steph do the 2-ball with the Larry. Throw it to Curry. Let's see if he can make a shot. Kevon Looney. Maybe the most shocking development of the year was Kevon Looney.
You pop.
How well he played this year. Just amazing.
Got his body in great shape. And people talk about when Andre re-signed, they said, God, they get a lot of money, maybe 16 years, a little too much for a guy like that. And the thing that you overlook with Andre is his impact on these other guys. Looney, McCaw, Jordan Bell. I mean, you should see it after practice. They follow Andre around like he's the Pied Piper. When he leaves, they like in a trail behind him into the locker room. It's a little funny to watch, and then you ask them about him, and they all say the same thing, that he just helps me in so many ways being a pro. On the court, off the court, just different things. And I think the Warriors took that into consideration when they brought him. He's good for our young guys, and so he's not a coach, but he almost is a coach.
Is Jordan Bell in that mosh pit somewhere? We lose Jordan Bell. There's Raymond Ritter. And we should a word to Raymond and his entire media relations staff as they won the Brian McIntyre Award. Monty, you were there to present it this year during the playoffs.
Again.
Was it 5 out of 6 years? They got a better run than even Steph Curry. 3 out of 4. Raymond's got 5 out of 6.
They do a terrific job, though.
He's the best. He really is the best in all American sport.
I think Raymond works about 3-5 hours a week, but he works.
Draymond's out of the bus. Sadly, it's not going to snow in Oakland.
see Fabby's going to see little
I
Libby.
see Coletta, Laura, and Fabby.
That's his girl, right? She's mad.
Fabby's daughter.
Yeah, Libby. She's
Draymond
like,
out here.
she's mad at my cross their arms.
Oh, yeah.
Fab, Draymond. Draymond.
Are you mad or something?
This
He's
niece,
talking to Liberty Fab's daughter right now.
that's his niece right there, man. That's baby bro. They got a different kind of relationship. That's her dog. That's her favorite player. She love him. Give him a hug. Give him a hug.
She's not mad at him. Love her some Draymond.
Hey, Dre. So before the show, man, we was trying to figure out what would the fashion be like, man. We gotta explain. Let's flip it. Come right here.
Yeah. What is this?
Come on over here, Dre.
Is that
We want to talk about the fashion.
the Arthur Fist there?
Arthur Fist. So we saw somebody else with that shirt on.
You got 15, 17, 18.
I seen a dude named LeBron on that. We got Mama on here. Hold on, Mama got it. What you mean? This Mama married.
It's just a move. It's a big move.
Mama could deserve a hit, that's for sure. Mama did deserve that hit.
Growing up in
Hey, we got the whole family up here.
Everybody's
Got the whole family.
This Mama B Small, Mama Dre Low.
Come on in here.
Come around.
It's TV time. Oh, she got the sweep shirt. We gotta show my shirt. Hold on. She got the sweep there.
Sweet.
There we go.
Saginaw, man, you ever think that a kid from Saginaw be out here believing in fairy tales?
Nah, I didn't. And Saginaw so much like Oakland, it ain't no love like that. The love like people from Oakland show you when you theirs, when you they own, it reminds me so much of home, man. It ain't no love like that.
How were you guys?
Never understand that.
How were you guys able to fight through the struggle this year? Stay together, figure out ways to win when you guys are injured, fight through the Rocket series. That was probably the toughest series for you. How'd you guys do it?
Honestly, they want a political answer. Right.
Give it to them, bro. Give it to them, Dre.
We just come from a different cloth. There's a lot of guys in this league. They soft. We just come from a different cloth.
That's real.
That's all I really got from it.
That's real. That's as real as it
Get off
gets.
the bus, man. I love
Drop
you.
the mic.
We just ain't cut the same. I told one of them dudes in the cast, I said, yeah, he tried to shake my hand. I said, Tristan, we ain't cut the same.
Lou, hold on. You got no, Lou. Lou, you gotta say something, Lou.
Lou's like, I don't want no parts of it. Lou said, I'm good.
They're so fast.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's beautiful, man.
He said they're cut from a different cloth.
That pretty much sums it
That
up.
sums it up, man.
That pretty much sums it up. It's a
No
big
more.
move.
What keeps
No
other
more Warriors drama that we have to worry about. They're just cut from a different cloth.
I mean, what keeps other people down doesn't keep them down, basically.
Look, we're just from a different
It's
cloth.
different.
It's a different move. A big move.
The station at 20th and Harrison. I don't know. If I was out there rating, I'd give us 2 thumbs up.
Who had the latest station?
Who had the better shirt, Mama or Draymond?
I don't know. That shirt was heavy. I like the sweep. The
The
Warriors
sweep was
Yeah.
mean. That was our original idea. We're talking
That's
about
what we
the
were
sweep.
talking about.
And
But
Mama came out.
Draymond went a little deeper with his shirt, and I kind of like
He did.
that.
He did.
I like
He did.
that. He put a lot of thought into
I
it.
like how he asked you who thought you of. Who did you think of when you thought about that shirt?
It was a big move.
LeBron.
It was a big move.
Pop,
Today was just different. You know, we're gonna go out and we're just gonna say it's different, man. We come from a different cloth. 3 rings in 4 years. Can we say dynasty yet?
Oh yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. And they're not done yet.
And
They
we're
are
not
not
done
done yet.
even if we can't say it, it's written all over the papers.
Oh, right,
so
right,
the
right.
papers say it. Golden Dynasty. And we're
They
living
gonna-
in the middle of
Hey,
it
Ted,
right
We'll
now.
stay together.
Hey,
You gotta love it.
happy to be here. Some of the most humble guys on earth, being able to come together, play together, great staff, the world's best fans. Hey, what a time to be alive.
Bob, let's get it back to you in studio.
You guys are killing it there.
Oh, my
You got Draymond, you got Mary Babers Green, Draymond's mom, you got Mama Lynch,
Mama Lynch,
Lisa
from
Lynch,
Beast Mode.
Marshawn. Of course, Fabby and Marshawn are cousins. Marshawn would probably be there today, but he's right in the middle of a John Gruden minicamp. You don't want to get Gruden's mad at him. He's not going to come today. But that is classic. Right
Those
there.
shirts, almost Draymond jerseys. 23, 23, 23. That's a 35.
Yeah. 2 Durants. 23 used to be Mitch Richmond around here, sadly.
Yes, it did.
Now it's Draymond Green.
This is I think it's safe to say this is the most popular team we've had in the Bay Area. Because even when the Niners were great, there were Raider fans who weren't going to have it. When the A's were great, there were Giants fans.
That's a good point. There's one NBA
team. This is the most popular team we've had in the Bay Area, and this team right now at this time.
But it's also amazing when you make that statement. For a moment, I had to pause. But also the popularity of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Since we all, you grew up here, Monty. Yeah. I came here in '86. You came here late '89. I mean, the Warriors were not nearly as popular as the two baseball teams, the two football teams. Right. The Raiders were in LA then. But to make that statement speaks to the Warriors' popularity, obviously, how they become global, but also the sports popular. The ratings the Warriors did in the NBA Finals, they got 34s. Those are like double regular season NFL ratings.
And people wonder why football ratings are down. Well, it's a different game. And basketball is a more globally appealing game than football is. Plain and simple. You got American football, you have soccer. Now, that's two different things, but this is one game that everybody can get behind. And this team is one team that this entire Bay Area is behind. I don't know if there can be a team that can duplicate what they're doing right now, because there's always going to be some split loyalties.
Except them. Over the next 4 years.
You know,
they can do it again.
Yeah.
The NBA right now is hot.
Yes.
The World Cup starts next week. But right now, the NBA is all over our planet.
Yes.
They have offices everywhere. And who is the best basketball team in the world? We have it right here. And so it's a very unique happenstance we have going on right here.
And the beauty thing about the NBA, it's like baseball used to be with the hot stove, and football is.
It's year-round.
Last year's offseason was the best I could ever recall as far as player movement. This guy, James, is going to opt out of the contract apparently in Cleveland. Yeah. And then it starts. Where does Paul George go? Where does Chris Paul go? Where does DeMarcus Cousins go? Some of the biggest stars in the NBA are up for bid this summertime.
Bob, the draft is next week.
June 21st.
And then we start free agency July 1st.
July 1st.
We have Summer League starting right at the 4th of July. That'll carry us through the month.
You got Summer League in Sacramento this year.
Yes, there and
you got something. You got something every 10 days, basically, until late June. So there's always something.
And free agency in July.
Yeah, I mean late July. Yeah.
Late
so
July.
It doesn't really stop until August. That's when it slows down to a crawl for like about 4 or 5 weeks.
So while the league goes crazy at the start of July, I think Bob is going to lay back a little bit and see, because you want to sign Durant. You want to sign the head coach. You want to dabble in Draymond and Clay. But then all they're really going to have, correct me if I'm wrong, is that mid-level exception.
Yes, that's the best they'll have.
And that'll be later in the month of July.
Here's what they also have going for themselves now. They have, in short order, made themselves the kind of place that people want to come to for minimum salary. They will take pay cuts to come here now.
Like San Antonio.
Go back now. I mean, remember, and I wrote about this. Chris Mullin and Cohan. Chris Mullin was so desperate to get some credibility for the Warriors that he signed Derek Fisher, because Derek Fisher had 3 rings.
I remember.
6 years, $37 million. Just to have people think, okay, the Warriors are trying to get some guys that, some winning touch here, a leader and so forth. Now you have guys like Andre Iguodala coming here who could have gotten more money elsewhere. But now it's routine. It's routine. Yeah. David West could have
Andre was the first.
Andre was the
first guy that wanted to come here. It was a sign and trade, but he wanted to come here.
Yes, and take less money from he could have gotten someplace else. And Andre he's not a guy who, he likes his dollars. But he wanted to be here, and so he did it. And now, guys, it's been a flood of guys coming in here. David, Zaza, guys coming in here for JaVale.
And the ultimate was Kevin Durant.
Well,
you can make the point. Barry Bonds is the best free agent signing in the history of the Bay Area, the first time and the second time. But he never got a championship. As great as Barry was, Kevin Durant's been here 2 years, and he's the first player in the history of the NBA to win a Finals MVP in the first 2 years with a new team.
Exactly.
I mean, he's 2 for 2.
His odds are pretty good for next year.
Better than that. Well, he could go 5 for 5. We'll start with 2 for 2.
So, no, this team is being celebrated as well it should be, because of the journey that the franchise has had, because of what it means to the Bay Area, what basketball means to the world right now. It is the most popular sport. I think the growth the sport has seen over the past, it goes I mean, you can start with Larry and Michael. I mean, Larry and Magic, and then Michael. But it's gone to another level in the last 10, 15 years. And these guys, that guy number 30 for the Warriors, is a big part of it.
You know, we've had the discussion before. Is Steph the most popular athlete in the Bay Area history? And you know, Buster Posey got 3 rings in 5 years, but Buster's so understated.
He's a baseball player.
He doesn't have the charisma.
Baseball player.
I mean, if something like this was going on today, Buster wouldn't jump out. It's just the way he is. It doesn't make him a bad person. It's just the way he's more understated. But your point, you know, Steph is the it guy in the Bay, and you can say he superseded Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. But your point you made, I haven't thought about that. The Warriors, this Warrior team right now is the most popular sports team. How about the 1970s Oakland A's? They were pretty popular. Reggie,
but they were Giants fans.
You're right.
They were Giants fans. You know, the Raiders were great for a while, but they were Niner fans.
That's right.
The Niners were great, but they were Raider fans.
Yeah.
This team, you can't
just
walk.
in the Bay Area.
How many steps can you walk without seeing a Warriors cap, T-shirt, jacket, or something?
In Oakland, California, you can't walk a centimeter.
That's what I'm saying. Everywhere you look, you see that stuff. So it is amazing to watch the transformation this group has undergone over the past few years. And like I said earlier, I mean, Joe Lacob comes in and talks big. He not only talked it, he's walked the
talk, he's walking the walk, as Jimmy Johnson was.
Yeah. So it's impressive to watch. It really is.
Draymond did come out, sadly, but he just came out to go visit family.
He came to see family.
Kalena and Laura. Yep. So maybe it will snow tonight.
No? It's amazing.
You know, the other thing, too, is that you look at the other sports. In basketball.
We're throwing basketballs up there.
Oh, somebody's got to go.
You're having a little too much fun. It's all right.
But basketball is a sport that has done the best job of capturing the young demographic. You can't, the shoes, the whole motif of the NBA. Baseball is struggling with it. The fan base in baseball is getting older and older and older. Football is struggling with it because they have certain political issues that they're trying to deal with. And meanwhile, the NBA, with all their players speaking out on social issues, all these things, somehow they're the most popular league in the nation right now. Interesting how that works.
You know, during the finals, for example, the NBA had Harrison Barnes, David Robinson, and a couple other players over in China watching the games like Fan Fest. It's amazing what the NBA's doing. Let me tell you how big they are right now. They're going to combine with USA Basketball, and they're going to start giving clinics all around the country to all these young coaches. We have these AAU programs, and I enter the ball to Monty. He gets across half court, and it's going up. And they're trying, in some ways, to emulate Steph Curry.
Right.
But you've got to learn how to play this beautiful game. And that's where we're at. That's how terrific the league is right now. That we're trying to help people learn how to play. Oh, they're together. They switch buses?
No, that's not Kevin and Quinn.
No, they're still there.
Yeah, they're somebody throwing something.
Oh, they dropped the joint. They dropped the blunt.
Good.
They dropped the blunt. Oh shit. Recovered.
It's been a heck of a day.
It has been.
I mean, we started on the air at 9:30. So we've been on, 4 hours? 4 hours. And this has been just as the Warriors planned, interactive.
Very
the highest level. I wonder, and the Warriors are the trendsetters in sports a lot. I wonder how many teams are watching this today. And they're going to pattern this. Now, you kind of have to do it where you've won a couple, because you do want to give the speeches, but the Warriors had already given those speeches.
Right.
So I think the way the Warriors did it certainly fit their needs. Let's check in. We're going to the blue carpet. We're going to get our first blue carpet interview, and it's presented to you by SoFi. Garrett Burke with bus number 1, at least the player bus number 1, and that is bus number 8 overall. Klay Thompson has reached the finish line, Kev.
All right, Klay, you got it started on the first bus with Zaza. What did you notice about how ready the crowd was to celebrate with you?
Oh, it was epic. I've been lucky to have the first bus for 3 years now out of 4, and set the tone. Just trying to be happy. go out there, spray some bottles of champagne, shake some hands, smile a lot, and just, it's just something that is so amazing. So many people from all parts of the Bay Area and the world. I saw some from Berlin, some from Australia, so it's so cool to see how global we become.
Since you guys have come home, what are the things you've been reflecting on when it comes to being a champion again?
How hard it is. This is not easy. We might have made it look easy a couple times, but it is so incredibly difficult. And
what does that mean? Because we hear it, and I believe you, but can you take us inside the locker room? What were the trials this season?
Man, just focus, just fighting complacency, because when you get to the playoffs, you expect to be there instead of enjoying every regular season game. Whether it's a back-to-back in Denver at 2 a.m. or Milwaukee, you gotta, love what you do. And we are so lucky to have fans across the country that you don't want to cheat anyone out of a bad performance because they paid a lot of money for that ticket. And just that was it. And just normal team stuff. Guys get into small bickerments. We rub shoulders a lot. We spend way too much time together, so it's gonna be like brotherly love. You're gonna fight a couple times, but stuff that it's pretty normal for any team trying to go through this.
Before the parade started, Steph said, just looking at this roster, how come the Warriors can't get greedy? What do you think the future holds for the Warriors?
Man, hopefully we're still knocking on some doors for a championship. Hopefully, we will be. We're all young, we're all hungry, and we're gonna enjoy this. We're gonna enjoy our time off because we worked so hard for it. But we're gonna be ready to go again next year. The championship is ours to protect. And we want to do something that will last in the minds of NBA fans around the world. And that's win 4 out of 5 and go from there. This is especially since the Warriors are leaving Oakland next year. We want to leave Oakland on a great note and give them their 4th championship in 5 years. That's my goal.
I'm asking everybody this question today. What do you hope your future holds?
My future, just to maximize my potential and enjoy every day. That's it. Those 2 things. It's very general, but that's what you got. That's how I think. And if I do those 2 things, I can look back at my career and say I had a successful one.
That's the Klay Thompson way.
That's all it is. I'm tired, Gareth. I want to go eat a sandwich.
Enjoy. Thank you, Klay.
I think Clay Monty gave us a new word. Bickerments. That half bickering, half arguments is bickerments. Interesting.
What kind of bread though on your sandwich?
When Bob Myers said that first year, last year was the honeymoon.
You gotta have it. Your sandwich gotta be toasted.
He's saying, it gets tougher, and you get issues that pop up.
If not, I'll toast it
there
for
are
you.
times when you're around somebody that much. There are times when you just don't want to deal with them at times. And
you gotta give the sandwich some crunch.
But again, nothing unusual.
Breadcrumbs.
These are things that happen among good teams, bad teams.
Hard breadcrumbs.
The key for this team is that they have enough inner character, and it's all built around Steph Curry and Steve Kerr and Bob Myers, to make sure that those things don't get in the way of what they're trying to do down the road.
Let's head back to the blue carpet. These interviews are brought to you by SoFi. Kareth's going to get Sean Livingston. I believe he's ready. Kareth.
I am with 3-time NBA champion Sean Livingston, and these are the moments where you just reflect. Like, what has been on your mind since you've gotten back to Oakland?
Just joy, also reflection, looking back at the journey, like how far we've come in these 4 years. I mean, it's such a long ride. So now just to sit back and get a chance to think about it, but enjoy the victories.
Both you and David West explained that there was some personal stuff going on or just some adversity the team was dealing with. What role do the veterans play in guiding the team through those moments?
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about adversity, it can happen to a team that's been together that long. So it's just really the everyday, struggles of the day-to-day getting up. You got good days, bad days, and we all got to endure it together. And so now to be able to have 3 championships in 4 years, after that journey, just makes it sweeter.
Guys keep talking about family and brotherhood too. What kind of bond is there on this team?
Yeah, it's a major bond, It starts at the top. The guys, they accept each other, They allow each other to grow, and it's just, it's a unique situation. So I think we're all pretty happy we made it.
I want you to enjoy this moment, but I think Warriors fans are also excited about the years to come, the youth movement that could be coming through. What do you see for the Warriors in the future?
Yeah, definitely. The youth movement has to come from within, and it has to, you got to continue to find ways to get better. So the window is open. Obviously, we're going to go for it as long as we can, the guys that are here, and try to make the most of it. But right now, we're going to celebrate.
Thank you, Sean. Congratulations.
For sure.
Sean Livingston meant so much to this team since he joined the team. There's no question about that. Just a very solid backup combo guard, Slim. He can back up at point. He can back up at 2. And the fact that he's 6'7" gives you a nice compliment to Stephen Clay when he comes in off the bench.
Well, when we were talking about the individuals about 3 or 4 hours ago, we shared that he's a unique guard in our league right now.
Yeah.
We don't have anybody his length that can do what he can do. He takes mismatches down in the post and he puts on a darn clinic on them.
I mean, him and Clay are the two of the biggest guards in the NBA. Ben Simmons, is he a guard? He's 6'10". I mean, Stephen Clay and Sean are 6'7" apiece.
But Ben doesn't have a shot.
Yeah. But I mean, is he a guard? He's 6'10".
Yeah. He's a guard because he handles and he makes plays. But all 3 of these guys have a shot. And, you know, Stephen Clay can shoot the long shot, and Sean's mid-range game is as good as anybody in the league. I mean, he can make that 12, 14-footer. It's almost where you're surprised when it doesn't go in. So that's how good he is there. And I think he started off this final series and made his first 9 or 10 or 11 shots or whatever it was.
11.
Yeah. So 11. He was zeroed in, and he saw the end was near, and he wanted to finish strong, and he did.
Certainly did. And we are finishing strong as a lot of these buses are hitting the finish line, and when they do, they go to the blue carpet to chat with Kareth Burke, presented by SoFi, another member of the 3 Wise Men. Here's David West and Kareth.
Two-time champion. Yes, okay. I'm a 2-time champion, David West, and you sacrificed to be here. What are the things that you're reflecting on lately?
You know, just being a winner. It's important in terms of the journey. I think, you know, anytime you get a chance to finish on top, it's always special. And obviously, the amount of learning that I did in this environment, it's just always great. And then obviously, just to be able to compete and, like I said, beat the very best in the game is always good.
Does it ever catch your breath to look out into the crowd, the people who want to celebrate this championship with you?
You know, I probably look forward to the parade more than anything. The last year was, you know, you get the chance to see all of the fans, like, not just the people in the arena that night. You know what I mean? You get to see how immense the support is around the city, and it's a great, great feeling that everybody comes out and, you know, offers their congratulations, and we enjoy the moment with them.
You said some powerful things post-game about the adversity this team went through, some personal things, some things that would blow your mind, I think, were the words. Do you want to clear the air, explain? Because there was a tizzy. People want to know what you meant by that.
You know, again, it wasn't so much a thing. I think I was hearing this narrative that, you know, this wasn't a difficult year or somehow because, you know, we have a great talented group that somehow we don't experience ups and downs like other teams do. And I think that's a bit unfair. We handled some internal challenges, and you know, the strength of this group is the fact that stuff didn't get out. We were able to maintain our focus and remain competent in terms of our ability to get what we wanted, and that was the championship. So that was just more or less, you know, hearing that this whole thing like somehow just easier as a cakewalk, like, you know, we didn't get everybody's best shot every single night of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As Sean Livingston just explained, when it comes to the Warriors' future, the window is open. Yeah. How should this team feel right now about its place in history and what could be?
I mean, I think right now, you know, this group has cemented itself. And again, the sky's the limit. I think the core is obviously the strength of this group. And as long as they maintain their health, you know, their mental fortitude, the sky's the limit.
What does the future hold for you?
I don't know. I'm going to take a little time like I always do. Think a little bit, you know, and figure out, you know, what I want to do. If I want to play, I'll play. If not, I won't.
That sounds good. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
What a great player he was throughout his career, both with New Orleans and Indiana, 2-time All-Star. Now he's a 2-time NBA Most Valuable Player. We talk about the 4 All-Stars all the time, Saint, but we also talk about the 3 Wise Men. And you look at the team, you know, the core is your 4 All-Stars, but Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, and David West are your wise old sages on this team. They are your 3 Wise Men. And a lot of nights, as they were both talking, Sean was talking earlier, Clay was talking, we're going to hear Andre in a minute. I mean, when things get choppy, and they get choppy, it's not always perfect in professional sports. It's so nice to have the wisdom of a guy like David West to guide the way.
David West, played at Xavier. And I'll take you way back. He was considered undersized for the power forward position, not the center position, power forward.
Yeah.
And that's where the game has changed so much. And what he always had was a toughness about him and the ability to knock down a 15-foot shot with great feel for the game.
Somebody got a T-shirt on Jordan Bell. That'll be good. Hopefully,
Got a
so
shirt
this is
on.
Kareth. But we're going to go three wise men. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go back to Kareth on the blue carpet presented by SoFi. Here is Andre Iguodala.
Well, I'm talking to a three-time champion, and each championship has a different character, a different flavor. What was this season's flavor?
Get it out the way so I can go play golf.
I understand what you mean. I know you have a good off-season plan, but the team has been talking about the adversity they faced this year, the challenges. What did you guys overcome to win this championship?
I think it was just a different type of adversity that we hadn't experienced. And probably Steve is the only one that's experienced it, where you get accustomed to winning and it becomes like, everyday life. And you have to adjust to the attention that comes with it, to the mental fatigue part of it. Guys are used to being tired with their bodies, playing from a young kid. You play 5 AAU games a day, so you're used to your body being tired. You can overcome that, you can wear your way through it, but the mental aspect of it is a different beast, and that's what we have to overcome. Everyone coming after us, teams have been chasing us the last 4 years, trying to figure us out, and you had a few teams who thought they had the opportunity. So for us, it was getting through, games that we knew we could win playing average, but at the same time you can't play with that switch like that because you have to keep yourself at a high level throughout the year.
What kind of job did Steve Kerr and the coaching staff do this season?
Well, they knew it was the mental fatigue, so played a few mind games. You guys coach yourself one night. You guys run practice one day. You guys don't even come in or hear my voice. You guys show up whenever you want to, and you guys figure it out. And just different parts of the season where we had to. We've been hearing Steve's voice for so long, and I understood it, but the guys, we had to, throw a wrench in there to kind of, mix it up a little bit, because you could become too used to the routine, and then you can become bored with it.
So what do you think it'll be like hearing his voice next season, then?
I think it'd be good. I think this was good for us to go through what we went through this year. We know what we have to do. I didn't know the stat that our starters only played, our All-Stars only played 41 games together this year, which was interesting. And it's funny, I told Steve around March, when we had all the guys out, we played really good. We just lost. We just didn't win. We didn't have the bodies. Nick Young was playing 40, 45 minutes a game. But we were playing really good. We were playing with great thrust. The ball was moving. As far as basketball, we didn't miss a beat. We just weren't winning games. So everyone was kind of panicking, but it was good to see, certain guys getting a good rhythm. I got in a good rhythm. Sean got in a good rhythm. Quinn played great basketball. The young guys got an opportunity to get some experience. Looney had to step up in those minutes, and then you showed it carried over into the playoffs. Jordan Bell carried over for him in the playoffs. So, everything happens for a reason. So, just really happy for everybody.
You got a cigar in your hand. You mentioned you want to get to the course. What's this off season going to be like for you?
Yeah, it's never going to be lit, but I'm going to have a lot of fun on the golf course. My son's getting older, so he's traveling and playing basketball. Now I understand how hard it is to be a parent who has a kid who travels everywhere for sports. But I'm going to have some fun, get a chance to relax. But I'm really looking forward to next year, too. I only have a couple years left, I'll decide whether I want to lead the game, but I'm in a really good place, and I want to maximize, my last couple years here.
What do you see for next year? You mentioned the youth movement, too, but just where the team is at right now.
I think this year will propel us, hopefully, going into the next year and the year after that. Just knowing you can kind of prepare for what you'll face, when you're defending the title. It's been a while since the team's defended the title and won. Miami did it. Before that, who was it before that? The Lakers. And it's only about a handful in history, so it's really hard to do. So, you can't teach defending the title. You have to go through it yourself, and really happy we had the opportunity to do it.
Congratulations. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was Pat Riley at a Laker championship parade years ago that gave us the line three-peat after he said the year before, we're going to do it again next year. They would have possibly three-peated had Magic not hurt his hamstring and Byron Scott not hurt his hamstring. They wound up being swept out by the Detroit Pistons. I was half waiting for Joe Lacob He dropped a three-peat on us today. Maybe if he had a speech he could just give without getting the Q&A from Fitz, he might have. But
maybe maybe he didn't want to deal with the whole Pat Riley,
the three-peat. Well,
yeah.
He had that trademark.
That's what I'm saying.
Riley owns the word three-peat.
In his car, he kept putting up three fingers. Now, does that mean 3 championships, or we're going for 3?
I don't know. They all did that today.
Yeah.
Does that mean 3 in a row and one more is yet to come? It's interesting listening to Kareth interview the players. These are kind of like their exit interviews. I guess they did that with Bob and Steve on the flight, flying back from Cleveland. Said, as a coach and a GM,
some did it.
Yeah, well, some were asleep. You got the pictures of Al and Nick Young. I think they slept through their exit interview. But it's kind of like